All right, guys, on today's episode, exciting episode today. We actually bought a range, turned it into, or bought it for $350, turned it into $3,500, which that's usually our goal with the items that we're buying, the higher profit items. We're trying to 10x what we're doing. We did this to a T. I did actually take an offer on this one. Somebody offered me less, but it still fit into my parameters of what I wanted to do. I wanted to still make 10x on it, so we were able to do that, and that's kind of what we wanted to talk to you guys about today.
Yeah.
Kind of the whole story behind this flip.
Yeah, this one had a fun story with it, and so I definitely wanted to talk about it because I remember going to pick this one up. This was actually in like May, I think you found it because our friends, we were trying to go on a road trip with them, and they said they need, budget around, $4,000 or $5,000 for us to do like 2 weeks out west. We were trying to do it and plan it with them, and so Rob was like, okay, I'm going to help you guys. You went to your friend.
They didn't have the money to do it.
They didn't have the money, the extra money to
Yeah.
go on the road trip. And he's like, I'm going to find you something. You go flip it, and we can make the extra money. So that's how this whole thing actually started and how we ended up getting this range.
So I found the range. It was an hour away over on the coast, away from us. And that's a great question. A lot of people ask, how far do you drive for some of these items? This was an hour away. I knew what the potential of the item was. I knew it was going to be between $3,500 and $5,000. I knew that's what I could get for it. So that is why I drove an hour. And I probably, even if I would have made like $2,500, $2,500 to $3,500, I still would have driven that far. It's not too much out of the way to be able to do that. But I told my friend, I was like, dude, let's go do this together. We'll go over, we'll eat dinner on the coast, we'll pick up the item, we'll come back, bring it back. I'll help you get it listed. I'll help you, do all this stuff.
When it sells.
This is one of my close friends. I grew up with them. So, and they didn't have the money to do a vacation. That's why we were trying to help them and do it. And it came down to it. I set everything up for them. I made the offer on the item. They accepted the offer, and then it came down to it. And he's like, yeah, I just don't have the time to do it. And he just didn't want to do it.
He didn't want to go. I'm like, come on, we could have had dinner on the beach. It would have been fun. It would have been a good time.
Yeah, so I didn't want to let it go. We actually went, Melissa and I went and picked it up. We came right back. We didn't actually do dinner. Took the kids with us, picked it up. It took me a little while to get it listed.
That's usually your hardest part.
It is. I think it was probably listed for maybe 2 months before it actually sold. Once I actually got it listed, that's usually how I sell my stuff. I can't sell it if it's not listed.
Your bottleneck.
I got it listed, sold in 2 months or less, I would say. And we sold it, like I said, $350 into $3,500. And then I charged an extra $600 for shipping on this. It will be less than $600. I'm almost 100% positive. It'll cost me probably about $350 to $400. But my time into palleting it up and doing that's where I'll get paid the extra money. That's why I charge roughly for something this size. I'll charge $500 or $600 on it. So
the funny thing too is that we were actually camping with them this weekend, the same friend, and we're like, look, showed up the eBay screen. It could have been yours, guys. It could have been yours.
Cha-ching! And we showed them, showed them the sale and said, this could be in your bank account right now. You could have had this had you done it. And
and you were going to help them. That's another thing. You were going to do like almost all of it. And you have another friend too that you helped him find something at an auction, and he has it still sitting in his garage and he's not getting it listed. And you're like, dude, get it listed. It's like $7,000, isn't it?
Yeah.
And so that was something I kind of wanted to talk about a little bit today before we dive into like all the numbers, because we want to talk about the profit, like what is remainder of the profit, because that is the most important part. If you're not making money, like you have to be making money for it to make sense. But like he needs to get it listed and you're willing to help. But the point I wanted to make was that there is some effort involved. Like it's not like a push of a button, but the effort is so worth it. Like it is so worth it if you look at your hourly rate of what you're making on these items and how much effort. Like now you've honed your skills, so the amount of time you're doing it is very, very as minimal as possible.
For sure.
So, but in the beginning it might take a little bit longer, and there is some effort involved. But in the long run, it is so worth it. Like to get those high value flips, like that big, like into your bank account, it's nice. Like it's very helpful. So anyways, that's my little soapbox. So.
It is. It's funny though. And this goes back to Melissa used to be a personal trainer, and we had close friends who would ask her to train and do it for free and do all this. And it goes back to really that for me. I have 2 friends right now, and I didn't even remember the other one. The other friend that I helped him buy something, get it all set, been in his garage for probably 6 or 8 months now. And this is
the time that you bought the freeze blaster too.
Yes.
And we already sold that for $8,000.
We did. We paid $80 for it, and we sold it for $8,000. He paid $40 for the item that we found, and he can sell it for between $5,000 and $7,000, and he just won't do that extra work to get it listed. So it's one of those things that, and this buddy that I'm talking about for the range that we actually found. I don't know, and really goes back to, and a lot of people go back to, Melissa and I, we teach people how to do this. We love teaching people how to do this. But if you don't have anything invested, if you don't have any skin in the game, will you actually do the work that it takes? And a lot of times it boils down to, no, you won't. And that's...
I mean, for $4,000 or $5,000, I feel like you would do it.
Crazy. Because I have friends right now that are around me that will not take that extra step. I was joking with one of our friends over the weekend that we were camping with, and he's the other one. Both of them were camping with us. So these are close friends of mine. But the other one was, his wife was there, and she's like, please help him get the thing. And I'm like, listen... I can lead a horse to water. What do you want me to do? Start lapping the water up in my hand and letting him drink it? I was like, I've done everything that I can do. He's got to have a little bit of effort to get this thing done. And yeah, it's just funny. But it's funny how that whole thing plays out of, kind of helping your friends do stuff versus people who actually pay you to learn what you have. It's just a totally, totally different ballgame. Yeah. So
like you were saying
crazy.
with the personal training,
yes.
I would sometimes offer it to friends and then people wouldn't show up. Like they wouldn't show up for their sessions. You can't do it if they don't show up. So
waste your time of booking the time. You can't do anything else. Can't train anybody else during that time.
Don't take it as seriously because
you don't have anything invested in it. Exactly. It's one of those things. So I wasn't really going that way with this podcast, but it did remind me of that. That is kind of crazy how I'm willing to hand some of my friends $4,000, $5,000, $7,000, and all they can do is a little bit of work, and I'm here to help them do everything, clean, test,
answer their questions.
Yes, answer the questions, help them get it listed, make sure it's the right way, and they just won't do it. So kind of crazy, but
that's all right. You'll still we made the money.
We did.
So
I wasn't gonna let that $3,500 go myself. $5,000. I wasn't gonna let that go myself. So we actually went and got it. We got it. So let's give you guys the nitty gritty about this flip. So we paid $3,500 for it. Took me a little bit of time. $350. We sold it for $3,500 with an extra $600 for shipping. So a total of $4,100 transaction came through. But let's break that down and give you an idea of what total profit was. That's what we always like to tell you is what the total profit was. Because I can go ahead and buy something for $3,000, sell it for $3,500, and then eBay fees and shipping and not make any money or make $100 or make, whatever it is. That's not exciting. It's exciting when you really get into it and you can start making some really good money. So we want to break that down and tell you guys exactly what the numbers were for this sale.
Yeah, all right. So if we sold it for $3,500 plus $600 shipping, so we had $361 in eBay fees. And those fees are, some people would be like, oh, that seems low because it's $3,500 sale. And we get this question a lot on our higher value flips because the reason that is because eBay fees after $2,500 drop. So the first $2,500 we were charged 12.7% for fees, which came to $317. Then anything after that, which was the remaining $1,844 on there, was charged 2.35%. So we paid $43, which brings our total to $361 in fees. So that's
is really cool. And I think you only get this type of breakdown on if you have a store. I don't think if you don't have a store that they give you this type of breakdown. At the $2,500 mark, they drop the fees down to the 2.35 or whatever it is. I think that is because we actually have a store. And we don't pay a lot for the store. I think it's $27.
Yeah, $27 or $29.
Yeah, right around $30 a month we pay for the store.
But it's worth it right there.
Right there. We almost would have had to pay double in fees because of that single flip. So yeah, that's one of those things that very, very well pans out for us to have the store and to be able to get this discount on the fees. So all right, so we paid $350 for the item. We paid $361
in fees.
Okay,
and then there was an extra $2. I was just looking at it a minute ago. There's a $2 express pay fee from eBay. We're like, eBay, what the heck? Like that you only have yours on a schedule. Like it just deposits weekly.
Once
so
a week.
It shouldn't be like if you go in and you ask for the money to be deposited, that should be the express pay. Like I want it right away. But you just have it once a week deposited. So that $2 should not be there. But they probably bank on you not looking at it. So and then 40 cents in the listing fee.
Yeah. So. Which we should not get charged. But we got charged on the back end of it.
Yeah,
so
once it's sold.
I could call eBay and complain it, but come on, I made a lot of money on this. It's not that big of a deal for me. So yeah, it's okay. So the final breakdown, all the fees, what was our total profit?
Okay, so we didn't ship it out yet. We're doing that right now, pretty much.
Today.
So you don't have the shipping label yet, but I just went ahead and subtracted the full $600 that you paid.
It will be less than that.
And it will be less than that. So it'll be a little bit more than this, but right now our total profit is $2,787.
What?
So it'll probably be a little closer to $3,000 once you get the label done. But
close to $3,000 in profit and total time invested in this. I would be...
And we drove to the coast, so that
We
was
did.
2.5 hours.
Okay, so I
round
would
trip.
probably be a little bit higher. Typically on a flip like this, if we bought it locally and I drove, 15, 20 minutes away, typically for something like that, I would say roughly about 3 hours invested into this to make that, which the hourly rate on that is insane for the money. But we did drive, so let's put 2.5 hours of coast time that we did. Driving over to the coast, cleaning it up, I'd probably put another 2 hours on it for that. So if that's 4.5 hours, and then shipping it out, I'd probably put another 2 hours onto it for me to get it on a pallet, ship it out, and do that. So maybe a total of 6.5 hours? Let's call around it a 7 hours total into it. Oh, sorry.
6.5 is $428 an hour.
$428 an hour for this flip. We absolutely love that. That's insane for an hourly rate to do this. Now, we can do this day in and day out, and for our flips, it's not that uncommon for us to get a really, really high hourly rate for the time invested into this. Really cool that we're able to do this on this high profit model that we have built.
Yeah, so that $398 if you divide it by 7 hours.
So still almost $400 an hour.
On the high end, and that's without the extra for the shipping. So
absolutely. So
anyway, so now you got to get back and go get it shipped out so that we can move on. We have another fun flip in the works that we can't wait to share with you soon.
Yep, very soon.
Hopefully, once it goes through, you have two in the works actually.
This one right now that should go through within the next couple days is going to be our second highest flip ever, which is very, very exciting, coming in at the end of the year. Super excited that we'll be able to do this. So we'll talk about that. Little sneak peek, we'll talk about that hopefully
once it goes through
in a couple days. Once it goes through, we're able to do that, negotiating that right now and figuring out what we can do. So
we'll keep you posted, of course. And if you are interested in this higher profit business model and doing some of these larger flips, we put together a free workshop. You can check out the link in the notes below. We would love to see if this is a good opportunity for you to add to your flipping business.
You guys are amazing. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Hope you have a great day, and we'll talk to you on the next episode.
See you later.